Okay, so we are live today with a company that the Chamber's just recently partnered with. It is called AdGiants. They're out of Dallas, and they are marketing gurus. And so we're going to hear from the owner, David Farmer. He is ready to give us a presentation. So I'm going to just immediately turn it over to you and let you get started. You can kind of do a little introduction of yourself and your organization. If you would do that first, that'd be awesome. One thing I want to include, though, is that for our members that are at the enhanced level and above, if you are one of those marketing packages and above, you actually get AdGiants as part of your membership. So you get a consultation and a marketing plan that they will sit down and go over with you. So that's a huge benefit of being a member of the Chamber. So I'm going to turn it over to you, David, and let you just go with it.
Okie doke. Thanks, Lori. Hey, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to pop you over to our first slide. So we have been building this company for quite a while. We just launched a few months ago. Just what the world needs, another marketing thing, right? So, but nobody is distasteful about that more than me, and I've got 40 years in marketing, but we're doing it differently. And here's what's different about us. As Lori alluded to, we actually are a bunch of marketing veterans. So what we did is we got together and we decided that what was missing for small and medium-sized businesses was the strategy. Anyone can go out online and find tools, and they can do SurveyMonkey, email, whatever those things might be. There's Fiverr, 99 Designs. But those are marketing tactics. People just tend to jump right into the pool and start trying to do stuff like that before really backing up and having a strategy. The key of a strategy is like anything else, like for your business, you have a business plan that you execute. There's a marketing plan you need to execute. And depending on whatever category you're in, that's what makes the big agencies so valuable to their advertisers, is that they're able to sit down. And we really start with your business goals. You know, we all get in and start a business or we're involved with a business because we want to get somewhere. I mean, if I have a dry cleaner, I don't necessarily love dry cleaning fluid or the smell of it, but maybe I want to become the biggest in my area or franchise all over the state. That's where we really start, is by listening to you and trying to understand what your business goals are. Great marketing really starts with the end game in mind. I have to know where you want to get to, and then we back out of that a strategy to get you there. Then the actual tactics, which are social media, websites, logos, all those things, that's part of the journey. And sometimes people weigh into parts of those that they don't really need, and it's a waste of money. A lot of the things that we help our clients with are really free things. It's more insightful marketing guerrilla type tactics that we give on and pass on to our customers and help them share that. And we actually become more business advisors than just a marketing resource. Because for me to understand and how to get you where you need to go, I need to understand how you make money. What's the cost of a client to you? What happens when that client goes away? How do we replace that client? It actually costs way less to keep a client than it does to acquire a new client. All those kinds of things. And unfortunately, small businesses don't have a resource for that. That's what makes AdGiants different. As you see on the slide, our mission is really to make you grow. And if we're not making you grow, we don't grow. So we have skin in your game. The next slide I want to talk to you about is really, who are these guys? If you're in the ad world, it's not too dissimilar than any other industry. By the time you get to 40 years old, if your name isn't on the wall, you're pretty much kicked to the curb because you make too much money. And therein lies the problem with ad agencies and their model. It's seen as a youthful thing, but to be really effective in marketing, it takes decades of experience. So guys like us have pretty much seen anything. I've worked on everything from feminine hygiene products to workout equipment to banks. I mean, everything. So, and I say that only because I understand modeling. Like I said, it all starts with a model of your business and how you make money. So everyone we have in here are consultants. They're spread all over the country. So when you come in and you sign up for free with us, you're going to be connected with someone that has a minimum of 20 years experience in big agencies, not some small local freelance thing. We need guys that have pretty much seen it all from the top. The typical small business, this is a fact. There's tons of tools, as you can see out there. There's all of this available to you. And to get done what you need to get done, it typically requires at least 7 of these marketing tools. And that averages to about $250 a month just in subscription fees. That's just to get the tool. Then once you get in it, we've heard from customers that may have MailChimp or something, and they can pick a pretty template and they open it up, and then the cursor is just flashing at them because they're like, what am I supposed to say? Who am I supposed to say it to? Should I have a promotion? You know, all those kinds of questions that you didn't have before start popping in your head. And then you realize, I need a strategy. I need some help with that. So while individually, each one of these are really great tools, and some of them are partners of ours, like Wix. Wix CEO is a friend of mine, and that's one of our preferred partners inside of AdGiants. So we get Wix platforms at discounted price, and we can pass that on to you. So I'll get to that in a second. But this is how it works. So when you come in, you're going to get a free 30-minute consultation where you'll be introduced to one of our experts, and they're going to listen. They're going to listen. They're going to ask you those questions. They're going to pull you through, which I'm sure you've heard of, a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's how we dig down and find out really what you're facing, what your challenges are. So we listen, we ask a lot of questions. And in our system, we have a back end, and everything you see in pink here, and you can go on the website and see this as well. These are all the things we do. If it's marketing, I can guarantee you we can do it. I mean, everything from focus groups to SEO to social media, even some things you've never heard of. We've got some very incredible partners in there for that too. So on the first call, like I said, we're going to go through this competitive review for you, past efforts. And at the end of that 30 minutes, again, there's no obligation. We're going to set up a second call. And then typically it's within a couple days. And we set that call. And then on the second call, that's when we're actually going to come in and talk about our strategy. So I'm going to go away after listening to you. I'm going to go in and I'm going to write you a custom marketing plan. Now, this is based on decades of experience. We actually partnered about 2 years ago when we were testing this whole notion of this company with FedEx Office. So we had thousands of their customers coming in, and we did tons of focus groups and iterations of that with their customers. So we've optimized this process like you wouldn't believe. But what we found out was we come in and we say, okay, if you're a real estate agent in North Dallas, these are the kind of things that are going to work for you. And this is how we can separate you and get you more customers and more listings, more exposure, and those types of things. So at that point, we present our strategy to you. And in the strategy, there's going to be tactics. That's where we say, you know, your website, I mean, your logo was probably really great when you created the kitchen table, but no offense, it needs to be better. Everything starts with your image and how people perceive you, because society today, oh my gosh, it's so much more judgmental than when I started in advertising years ago. So people size you up in nanoseconds now because they're just barraged with stuff. So the minute you put your foot out there, it better be a nice looking shoe. So we're real good at figuring that part out with you. So at that point, we go through the second thing. And if at that point you go, I've experienced an hour talking to you, it's been really awesome, how do I move forward with you? At that point, it's $85 an hour. And we get started at, not an hour, $85 a month. Boy, an hour, that would be really a lot of money. It's $85. Yeah, it's $85 a month with no obligations, no contracts. And I basically become your guy. So it's like hiring a CMO for your company with a big 6-figure salary without that. And so in our system, then we start communicating. You can download the app. I can communicate with you back and forth in that app. We can actually share documents, all these kinds of things inside of our system. And at that point, we start executing stuff. So we train all of our people to assume this one thing: our customers don't have money. You don't have budget. So we just start there. What can I do to move their needle right out of the gate that's going to be the least expensive thing? Sometimes it's a free thing. Sometimes it's just some advice. Have you tried this? Other things, it may be a couple $100 to do something. The point being, we definitely show you within the first 30 days the value we provide, the thinking that we provide as your partner, but more importantly, did we get you new customers? And I'm going to share with you real quickly an example. So here's one of our very first customers that came in, and I spoke of dry cleaners earlier. David Finto has a dry cleaner here in town. And when he came in, obviously COVID has just killed dry cleaners because no one's going to the office anymore. People aren't cleaning their clothes anymore. So when we really started talking, I discovered that David's real love and passion was cleaning bridal gowns and prepping them for weddings and then heirlooming them for the brides after the wedding. And I went, that's gotta be a pretty good margin on that. And he's like, yeah, where I'm making dollars on the day-to-day dry cleaning, I'm making hundreds of dollars on these things. But more importantly, he loves being involved. He's very Christian and he loves being involved in the process with his brides. And so he said, I would love to get out of the normal dry cleaning business and just do bridal cleaning. I don't know how to do that. Well, it's actually a marketing exercise because the goal was, how do we transition his business? What is the amount of money he needed to make to substitute bridal cleaning with the everyday cleaning? So we set not only a timeline goal, we set a financial goal for him when it would be like, you're going to pivot and now go full bridal. So within 18 months, he came in as part of our test with FedEx Office. Within 18 months, he went from being a cleaner that did bridal gowns every now and then to that's all he does now. He's known as Bento Bridal Cleaners of Dallas. And we built in partnerships with David's Bridal, all these great things where he literally got out and we gave him the materials he needed to go out and build those relationships with the people and where they are, event planners for weddings, all those kinds of things. Through our databases, we were able to identify all the people that would be instrumental in him making this conversion. Then it was on him. Then we were like, David, I know you're kind of shy, but you're going to have to go build these relationships. He's like, well, I don't really know how to talk to people about that kind of stuff. So here's what we did. We role played with him. I said, oh, I'm going to be you and you be me and you're the cleaner or whatever. And I'm going to be you. So I did that. And I said, now let's switch. Now you're the guy selling me on that. And we did a couple calls like that where I built his confidence up and stuff. The minute he got his first, I think he went to David's Bridal and he got them to put, you know how they have grab bags for brides where it's like, you know, you bought a dress from us, here's a neat little grab bag. We put an item in there for 25% off your gown prep. And so, and it was a real pretty card and we rebranded him and everything. And next thing you know, it started growing. That measurement for financial started growing where he grew past the cleaning company to now bridal company. So I illustrate this one because this is really an example of, we're not just here. Sure, we're marketing resources. So if you try to compare us to Fiverr or 99 Designs or something like that, you could do that. I mean, you could get logos with us and websites with us, and we'll do a great job for you and all that. The difference is if you go to them, you have to manage that process. You have to log into Fiverr, post a job. Hey, I need a logo. This is the colors I like, da, da, da. And you throw the piece of meat out in the ring and 6,000 people jump on it, right? And then you have to manage all that coming back in. Wouldn't it be easier if you had an actual marketing guy with an expert that says, I'm not throwing a piece of meat out to 5,000 people. AdGiants has affiliations with 20 of the best logo designers in the country. And just so you know, where do we get these guys? We have vetted all of our partners. The people we have doing our logos are art directors that work for some of the biggest agencies in the world. 3 of our guys work on Nike at an agency in Portland called Wyden & Kennedy. And they work on Nike during the day doing their commercials and all that stuff. And they moonlighted us for us at night. And this is the level of talent that we're bringing to you. And the pricing, $300 for that logo and every file you would want and stuff like that. But you're getting that level of talent. You're not having to look between clip art to try to find stuff. And that's just logos. I mean, we have web designers that are top of the line. And you can get a website that looks like it costs $25,000 from us for $1,100. And I'm not even exaggerating. If you look at the AdGiants website, that was built on Wix by one of our guys. I mean, and it's a great website. It's very powerful. There's a lot going on in it. And it's very unique. So that's the value we bring. David's story. It's the guy that works with you, that can listen and understand your goals and say, hey, Mike, this is what we need to do. And if you can't do it at this time because of cash flow or something like that, he's going to come up with an idea to get you to make money somehow another way. And it may not even involve marketing. It may be co-oping with one of your competitors. I mean, you need a business person that understands marketing is the moral of this story. So that's why your fearless leader at the chamber was so excited to partner with us, was because that's how she thinks. When she looks at all of you, she's thinking, look, I understand marketing. I understand the value that the chamber's supposed to present. But a lot of the stuff we're doing really starts with how do I get my membership customers? And so when she heard our story, that we're not just a marketing resource, that we're professionals that are affordable for $85 a month, quit at any time, and these are the people we bring to bear, why wouldn't you do this? There's no really penalty for trying us. You get an hour of consultation time and a free marketing plan by being a member. And so why wouldn't you just see what my guys could come up with you? I mean, if they turn out to be eggheads, then walk away. No harm, no foul. But they're not eggheads. So that's who we are. And I'd love to tell you more about it, but I would encourage anyone that's on here, just go to AdGiants and just try it. Just sign up, pick a time. You'll be matched up with one of our folks. It may even be me, because I didn't start this company just to be a CEO and try to make money. That's important, but I did it because I love this. I love entrepreneurs. I love moving people's needles. And yes, I worked on big brands like Coca-Cola, and I would do their global advertising and stuff. But when you kind of measure that, you're just this kind of quiet guy, you know, in the background. I wish I had a piece of the action. I came up with the Coke Polar Bear campaign in 1993. You think I'm rich? No, the agency is, not me. But I love this because I love meeting entrepreneurs and helping them smile and go home at night and say, we just got 20 new customers this week, or whatever that may be. That's what my guys get excited about. And I hand select every one of our consultants. They have to have the same passion, the same experience and insights that I have, and they have to love working with those kinds of people. And I got to tell you, my guys are used to working with those Coca-Colas of the world, and they're like me. Ugh, take it. I don't want that anymore. I want to see myself help somebody. So,
Well, and I think too, the thing that fascinates me about what makes you so different is that you've collected this vast resource of people, that to do that on your own and try to figure out, because they all specialize. You have to go to, you'd have to go to so many different businesses or organizations and deal with so many different people, where with you, it's one person and you have the network that you use. And as for us, we don't have to try to build that network ourselves.
yeah, I mean, you guys are smart people. You know that there's things like there's websites out there for fractional chief marketing officers and stuff like that. And those, I'm not putting those sites down, but you're going to pay $150 an hour to talk to one of those guys. And they're going to try to loop you into a 6-month or 1-year contract, a retainer fee or something like that. Because that's what used to drive me crazy about ad agencies. And I was, it was heresy when I left. I was with Interpublic, which was a gigantic conglomerate in New York. And I'd risen all the way to the top, and I was one of the youngest guys in there. And I was saying, I think we need to change the advertising model from just charging people to have us to say, why don't you pay us based on our performance? Because if we're as good as we say we are for clients, they'll have no problem opening up their wallet if they reach a certain level that they set. Like if Coke said, we want to hit 600 million in sales by the end of first quarter, we ought to say, yeah, we'll do all that work for free. And if we hit it, we're going to get 6% of that or whatever. They were like, you're an idiot, farmer. You can't do that stuff. I mean, we have to have predictable income every month and have a retainer. I'm like, yeah, but there's no real value to that client, because the first time you trip and fall, they're going to fire you and just go hire another agency. If they know you're a real partner, partners put skin in the game. That's my belief. And that's why we built this way. AdGiants, you know, how do we work with such low margins? It's going to be a volume play. I mean, our goal is to become the LegalZoom.com of marketing. I don't want to just be some big North Dallas thing. I want to be Facebook. I want to be that big. And I know there's that much talent out there to bring into our ecosystem that we could become the largest agency in the world for small business. And do so by delivering really great work with great people. This is a no-brainer. It's just, I'm kind of the dummy that left and took 15 years to build it. You know, I had a previous company that I had. It was a marketing technology software company with a guy named T. Boone Pickens, and he funded it. And it was really because 15 years ago, this idea you're looking at right now was way ahead of its time. People didn't have subscriptions, and people didn't do business online and stuff like that. So I said to Boone, let's just build this other company and make money and sort of tread water until the business environment starts. And he passed away in 2019, and he said, you're ready to go, aren't you? And I said, I'm ready to go. And he actually gave me my entire company back. He said, there, I bequeath your company to you. Go make hay. And so I feel blessed that I'm still here after that many years, and I'm finally getting to realize this, because we have a lot of customers now, and they're happy. And I'd be happy to. I mean, those testimonials on our website, that's 100% true stuff. And anyway, I talk a lot. I'll be
Well,
quiet.
no, I listen, I'm excited to work with you, and I'm excited that we're giving the opportunity to chamber members to experience this, because I believe that this is where, especially the way things have changed drastically. This last year threw us 10 years into the future. And so we've got to hurry up and make up for time. And marketing is huge. It's more important than the feet on the street, so to speak. The days of that, where that was really kind of the number one thing, I think it's flipped. So there's a lot more emphasis, especially on digital marketing. So I'm super excited, and I hope that everybody takes advantage of the opportunity that we're putting in front of them.
Us too. I'd love to meet
Yeah.
you and help you if we can.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
I'm going to stop sharing, and there you go.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. I'm going to get us off Facebook here. Hang on just a second.